What happens whenever you mix Stalker with Ravenfield? Well, you get a surprisingly really good masterpiece. So, what exactly is Far Gone? Well, if you want the short description, Far Gone is basically low poly Stalker. Yet, and since I can't really afford big boy Stalker, I'm playing this since it's cheaper. I've had the game for a while, but just because it is cheaper doesn't mean it's bad. The game very much is sort of, I don't think it's in beta. It's constantly being updated is basically what I mean. But the team behind it isn't really that big. So I think only this is made by one guy, in fact. I'm not sure though. Yeah, basically the whole thing of this is to do missions, scavenge supplies, get into gunfights, raid bunkers, etc., is the whole thing of this. There's going to be a lot more added, and I'm pretty sure on the Steam there's a development chart or something like that, and it talks about I think something about campaign part 1. So eventually this will have a story. I'm pretty sure it will also have a multiplayer. Some upcoming things that I do know are going to happen are companions, which is one of them, which either means that you will run around with basically a small squad of fellow military Liberty Hollow or runner. I'll get to what those are in a moment. Or maybe just one of them or an animal as a companion. Another thing the guy Red Dot is going to be adding is building, well, like base building, and then he's going to add settlements, which personally I hope will turn out really well. I've made a couple suggestions in their Discord, which there will be a link to in the description, as well as a link to the development channel for more information. Also, whenever I first saw that, I kind of got spooked a little. But yeah, so I just wanted to play for a little bit and show you all of what's kind of in the game. As you saw from that short little thing while I was while it had the audio of "He was a good stalker" from, Stalker, you saw that there were gunfights with rival factions, there are scavenging, there's managing like food, water, sleep. There's also a bunch of medical things, so there's stuff like this. I don't actually know what the pills do. I think they like increase your health or something like that, or like stop some stuff from decreasing as fast. But yeah, the only implied story that I do know exists is between two factions: military, which I allied myself with, and sorry, and Liberty. I don't know why I have Liberty repped, even though I constantly shoot them non-stop. I hate Liberty. Basically, okay, so there's four, before that, there's four factions in the game. Runners, just imagine the loners from Stalker. Just trying to get by, they'll stick together sometimes, all they want to do is just survive in this abandoned wasteland. Military, basically kind of the same as Stalkers, a little bit. Keep people out of the zone, which I just came from that tunnel, and where the final clip left off in the audio. There's Hollowed, which is a bandit faction. Don't think I've ever actually really gotten respect from them at all, because you kind of have to just put a big target on your back, which I say isn't worth it. And then there is Liberty, which believe the zone to be of a supernatural origin, and they wish to study it. And it's kind of like a science cult, if that makes any sense. But it's not really a thing. Anyway. Military, you saw them back there and at that little scene with the fire. Runners, they just kind of look like regular old scavengers. Hollowed, you saw them in like the first clip with the little facility below. There's also a bunker there, so that's another thing that you can do in the game. Even though I mentioned it, that's just something for visual. Basically, whenever you start the game, you have neutral respect with runner, neutral respect with military, and even though they kind of both hate each other. So if you are the only person who will not be constantly attacked by a neutral faction, even if you oppose them. So if I have neutral respect with Liberty, even though I'm military, and due to like everything else, Liberty and military hate each other, they still won't shoot me since I have neutral respect with them. The only way to earn respect with Hollowed is to actually, you know, I don't actually know how to get respect from Hollow. There's some place called the Dead Ends Bar where you can take jobs and stuff, and sometimes they have ones there. There is a also, if you find a downed Hollow, you can revive them with bandages, and you can earn respect that way. But other than that, I don't know if there's any way to actually do it. It's a very simple gameplay loop. All you gotta do is just blah blah blah, do all this stuff. Whenever you first spawn in, you spawn as a runner in this little spot here in order to have the ability to crap, what was I gonna say? Right. In order to switch factions, you have to have a high enough respect with them, and you also have to pay money, I'm pretty sure. Also, some things are kind of buggy. The shadows, they don't align with anything, basically. I have like a cooked steak or something in my F5 key, and if I eat it, it's an apple. There still needs to be models for things. Sometimes items float when they're dropped. For some, I don't know if this is just me or it's other things, but looking through the hunting scope, where'd the tree go? Where'd all the trees go? They're gone. Some things disappear as well. If you not there. There. So, yeah, expect to find bugs in the game. I haven't seen many that are, like, make things really difficult. The only thing I've seen is, like, well, I don't know how it happened, but I think a hollow got clipped, or, like, their spawn point is inside of a rock or something at one of the places, so you have to deal with that. There's various different types of infected. There are, I think they're called shriekers, but I forget what they're called, but basically they're like, I haven't seen many of them. They're they're underground from, like, where I've seen them. They, shoot. Anyway, just your standard infected, which are just plain old zombies. There are the wild dogs, or they could be zombie dogs, I have no clue. There's that big brute zombie that you saw in the city. There is toxic zombies, where if you get close to them, there's like a radiation effect on the screen, which is kind of cool. So whenever you get close to radioactive material, then, like, your screen gets all staticky like it does with, like, electronics. A bunch of stat things. Day survived, how many undead you killed, how many humans you killed. Ignore that, this one is way higher than that one. Money earned, money spent, total deaths, missions completed, total XP. I think that there's also a bug in the game to where you can just get unlimited perk points, because I don't think I should have all of these maxed out right now, like all of these full at level 18. I don't know how it happened, but I clicked on one thing and it just gave, and, well, it said I had no points, and then it just let me do all of this stuff. As of right now, base building is not a thing, but it is in development. Also, these are the most annoying parts of the game, dogs. However, when you kill them, you get meat and you do get leather, so... that's good, at least. Yeah. As of right now, if you want a base... As of right now, if you want a base, you have to go to a pre-existing location and set up yourself. So, like this house. Welcome to my humble abode. Currently, I am working on trying to get to the full... there's a quest where you can get the full suit of Liberty gear, which is basically a space. So, basically all you have to do is kill Liberty, and sometimes it'll drop basic things. For example, you can get... the only things that I found out that you can get off the bodies are their backpacks, their boots, and their gloves. Nothing else, I'm pretty sure. Everything else has to be done through a quest line. So if you want to get that, then you're going to need to... Sorry, I don't have a script, I'm just talking. I have basically nothing planned to say. By Far Gone, it's cheap, it's fun, so, yeah. I hope this was alright. I know it's not that informative, but just buy Far Gone, okay? It's a good game. Anyway, next one. See you later, and good luck, Stalker.